Jesus is the desire of the ages. Luke 4:16. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day, and stood up for to read. The Sabbath is not Jewish in its origin. It was instituted in Eden, before there were such a people known as the Jews. The Sabbath was made for all humanity, and was instituted in Eden before the fall of Adam and Eve. Because the Sabbath was made for humanity, it is the Lord's day. It belongs to Christ. For all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. John 1:3. Since he made all things, he made the Sabbath. By him it was set apart as a memorial of the work of creation. It points to him as both the Creator and the Sanctifier. Speaking of Israel, he said, I give them my Sabbaths to be a sign between me and them. Ezekiel 20:12. As a sign of his sanctifying power, the Sabbath is given to all who through Christ become part of the Israel of God.
Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? What should we call the Sabbath day? Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? Is it God's day or Saturn's day? How should we treat God's holy day? How should we treat God's holy day? Why from all Sabbath work must we desist? Not because Grandpa claims naps can't be missed, but because from the start God commanded rest. God made the seventh day, and it is blessed. God made it just that way to be a test. Luckily, that is what Grandpa does best. We surely should obey God's fourth behest, God's fourth behest. Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? What should we call the Sabbath day? Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? Is it God's day or Saturn's day? How should we treat God's holy day? How should we treat God's holy day? God named all weekdays right, so why resist? Pagan names for God's days should not persist. No day is the sun's day, nor a moon day. No day is a Zeus day, nor Woden's day. No day can be Thor's day, nor Phrygia's day. And you can bet there ain't no Saturn's day. We surely should follow God's better way, God's better way. Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? What should we call the Sabbath day? Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? Is it God's day or Saturn's day? How should we treat God's holy day? How should we treat God's holy day? Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? What should we call the Sabbath day? Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? Why would Saturn deserve a day? How should we treat God's holy day? How should we treat God's holy day? Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? What should we call the Sabbath day? Why do we call the Sabbath, Sabbath? 'Cause Jesus named it just that way. 'Cause Jesus named it just that way. 'Cause Jesus named it just that way.